Hey, welcome back. Thanks for joining me at Dave's Garage 249. I'm Dave. We're in the middle of building that Golden Commandos model kit. Got it masked and painted, so you'll be seeing some of that. And we've been working on Chevelle. I decided to put some weather stripping in. It was all original weather stripping. We're going to probably display the car at this indoor car show with doors open, so that looked kind of nasty. So change that, and I'll show you a little bit about that. And otherwise, not any great leaps and bounds. Got a new sign made. I'll show you that on the next video, and maybe the next video will be some footage from how you go about getting a car down to an indoor car show setup and indoors. It's all new to me, so we're all going to learn this together. So with that being said, thanks for joining me. Please like and subscribe. Tickle that like button. I really appreciate that. Welcome to all the new subscribers, people that are familiar with the channel. Thanks for tuning in, and this is the way that you get these old leather strips out. They're kind of hard and crunchy, but I just use a screwdriver and break it loose, and that comes out in pieces. The factory has a wire in it, which is kind of nice because when you pull that back, it kind of cuts the strip in half. So the hardest part is getting started, and then after that, it just comes out in chunks, and just got to make sure that you get it out from these rails that hold it in, and comes out pretty decent. But if you go this way with it, it doesn't work too good. You got to kind of break it and go slide it that way, and then you can just kind of break the chunks in half, and out it comes. That's really all there is to it. It's not that hard. So I don't know if the camera will pick this up, but there's this real flat screws that hold the trim in, and I just take some the Duplicolor rust conversion and paint that on there. Take some Brillo pad and clean these light rust out of the, and you know what that's from? That's from water, and that's from the iron in water, because these are stainless steel. So that's what causes that light rust. So there's what's left when you get done. Well, obviously that was the original weather stripping with the car. I just covered the seat in some spots, so the rest of this I can kind of vacuum up, but I didn't want anything to get down into the seat area that would be hard to dig out. So now I'll just do cleanup and then put some of that Duplicolor rust conversion on the ends of the screws, like that one, and take a steel wool and clean this light surface rust out, and treat that as a retainer clip right there. Retains the weather stripping in place. It's good and solid, it's not rusted through, but it would be easy to change, but I'll put that rust conversion on there too. So in a little bit I'll get this cleaned up and then install the new one. Just a real quick couple seconds here to show you how this weather strip turned out. Just makes it look so much nicer and not old and crusty. I'm really pleased with the fit, and it seals up good and tight, so I'm happy. Been working at this morning getting this Golden Commandos kit masked up. Boy, this has been a tricky masking But I think I'm ready. We'll shoot it up and see how it looks. It's as close to that, I think, as I can get reasonably. So we'll put some paint on it and see how it goes. Alright, let's see what happens. Using this over the enamel should work. This color was reasonably close to what was on the box of the Mobius kit. Start with a little fog, just to kind of tap things up. And sorry about bumping the camera. And that this way too, if you start to see any lifting or crawling or anything, you kind of detect it early. Also, this color is going to not want to hang on sharp corners. I also believe that you should always start out with your lighter colors first and then go to darker colors, but that does kind of present a hazard because you start getting where it wants to collect around the sharper corners. So we'll give that a rest for a minute or two, let it tack up. Okay, it's been a few minutes since I laid that first sticky coat on. Now we'll build up a little bit more. I think the plan is to just build this up a little bit at a time and not get happy with it. There's a little bit more than I wanted on that. And we'll stop there. I wanted to show you something else too. Paint can temperature. I keep it around 100 degrees. That keeps the pressure up and keeps the mist kind of nice and fine coming out of the can. That's how do you get good paint jobs out of a rattle can? That's one of the ways to do it. Alright, here we come back for a third pass. It's been about 5 minutes since the last pass. Now we can put it on maybe a little bit heavier, slow down the speed that we're moving the can at, give it a little bit more time to lay on. We don't want it on there too heavy, and the reason for that is because we don't want sharp raised lines from where the masking comes and goes. So after I unmask this thing and let it set for a while, I'll probably use like 1200 or 1500 grit paper, lightly sand it to kind of knock the masking edges off, and then we'll do decaling and then clear coat. And that's when things can go wrong, is clear coat. So I'm liking this. I think it's coming along good, and I think after I'm done with this coat, that'll be it. See any evidence of lifting or anything going wrong from underneath, so I think we got a winner. And that, as they say, is going to be that. So we're expecting snow tomorrow, maybe a few inches. You can see outside. I'll swing outside. I got an open trailer. We're getting the 68 Chevelle ready for a car show next weekend. The weekend after this coming up one in Fort Wayne. It's an indoor show, so we're kind of watching the weather, because if that weather is not good, it's going to make a mess out of the car to get it into the car show. But I have all day Thursday and Friday to get it cleaned up down there, I guess. So the show opens Friday. We're going to set up on Thursday. So anyways, we'll just let this thing dry up real good, and we'll unmask it in a little bit and see what happened. Okay, let's take a look and see how we did here. We'll get some sunlight. It's looking pretty decent. Been drying for about 45 minutes. It's dry to the touch. The lacquer seems to do that a little bit quicker. The only spot I saw was that, and I don't know if the camera will pick this up, but there's just a couple little spots of dirt right in that area right there. But I think, yeah, there. The camera's trying to get on it, but. So, I'll start peeling and masking off. I like to do that when the paint's still a little bit soft, and that way we don't have chipping. Okay, so here's the results of unmasking. Pretty good. The straight lines are razor sharp, nice and crisp. Pulling the radiuses, in the future I may come up with something different. Not as crisp as I wanted, plus looks like I had a little leakage there, but that'll polish off. That's one nice thing about letting the enamel get good and hard for a good week or so, is that it should not have penetrated into that enamel, where if it was still had a lot of solvent left in it, it might have actually penetrated, but I think that'll rub off. So I've got 16th inch wide 3M tape, pinstriping tape, and I'll probably just clean that up with that. It's not. I've seen worse, but maybe in the future when I want to do these tighter radiuses, I need to use a finer tape to get these radiuses in. But all in all, though, I think it's pretty decent. Could have had another 100 problems, so it just needs a little touch up here and there, and it'll look good. So that's how it turned out. So it needs a little teeny bit of touch up here and there, but that's all unmasked and looking pretty good. So now we just got to get through the clear, get the decals on and get some clear coat on it. It should be good. Here's the interior tub. I painted in the instruments. Once the body's on and everything, it's kind of hard to see that stuff. And I painted the back part white. It shows it being the same color as the interior, but I don't know. I thought white gave it a little bit better contrast. So that's where we're at. Just starting to wrap this thing up.